right.
All right. What better way to start off a week than dropping boats on the Greenbrier? We are 37 miles in on a 161 mile journey, and in 7 miles we're going for brunch. That's the beauty of the Greenbrier. You have total wilderness, comes into a small town, you can stop, get out, get something to eat, get back in your boat, and then you're back off into the wilderness. It's not like you're just going through city by city by city. So it's a rather unique experience. But we just packed up camp. We're in the water now, headed to Marlinton. It is going to be 73 degrees and 0% chance of rain. So absolute sunshine, which is great because I need some battery charging on my solar panels. But what do you think about the campsite, Steve?
That campsite was fantastic.
That was an excellent campsite. Despite maybe having almost a minor incident, a very minor incident. But yeah, everything's doing good. High spirits. We're ready to roll.
Instead of Camp 2, that might be Camp Whippoorwill.
Camp what?
Camp Whippoorwill.
Whippoorwill? Yeah, they were kind of brutal this morning.
All night long.
I heard them start up, I guess, probably around 4.
Yeah.
But then that one got loud, and I've never heard them speed up like that.
I hadn't either. I was like...
The passing of 2 years since my last visit softened my memory of the miles ahead of us today. Maybe I just forgot. Maybe I daydreamed too much. But today would be a day of reflection. Not as in soul-searching, but quite literally seeing our reflection on the pristine water due to one of the many changes this river provides. As the riverbed gets wider, the water calms down and the ripples rescind. Despite an impressive flow of water still beneath, the water almost lulls you into an altered state of awareness. Peaceful, yet brisk, knowing you will still maintain the pace, but doing so in a much more mellow and laid-back fashion. Today will be different once again.
has that white square on it.
So the place to eat is right on the other side of that bridge. The last time we were here, we parked under the bridge, but that was because it was raining. So there's a park right here to the left. And I want to see if there's a way to pull up against that park or find somewhere else. I want to put it in full sun. I got to make sure my battery charger is actually charging. Yeah. Oh, it's very shallow. I didn't see this. If I'd seen this, I wouldn't even put it off. I'm like, what do you see, Steve?
Then I forgot about the radios.
Yeah, I did too. Bonnie had to remind me. I need to check to make sure that my battery is charging. We reached Marlinton just after 11. Unfortunately, I didn't take a camera with me, but brunch at the Greenbrier Grill was excellent, just the same as it was before. Afterwards, a trip across the bridge to Appalachian Sport to meet Chuck, well, was kind of sidetracked. He and his wife went out of town for the weekend, but we were still able to shop around and pick up a few things. Once done, and after visiting a convenience store to pick up a few bottles of water, we put the boats back on course down the Greenbrier. For the first time on this trip, we saw a few of the kayakers, each having put in on the ramp next to our boats while we ate lunch. Some were just out for recreation, others throwing a hook in the water in hopes of catching the big one.
You feel like summer days to me, warm, tender, sunny rays. I hope that we are meant to be. You say nothing at all when we meet, yet somehow I know your history. Oh, come what may, I'm ready. Picture frames, lavender and pain, they all live here within this romance. I get the chance to stop the run and be the lucky one. Odd thoughts and some dusty dreams, and we seem to find common ground. Guess everyone's got their own sound. I never cared much about fitting in, what's right or a sin. But as you stand before me, I give in. Picture frames, lavender and pain, they all live here within this romance. I get the chance to stop the run and be the lucky one.
In the distance, we approach one of the most iconic bridges over the waterway, the Greenbrier River Trail Suspension Bridge. Originally built for trains to haul freight for sawmills and tanneries in the early 1920s, it now serves to connect the shores of the Greenbrier River for walking, cycling, and hiking enthusiasts. In its earlier life, a boxcar full of bricks derailed and struck the bridge's edge, collapsing one of the spans into the riverbed. Fortunately, no one was injured. Our crew pulls up and decides it's a good place to park the boats for lunch and a little exploration.
All right, that actually was not that bad.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's a number rest.
That work?
Dude, I was gonna do it for you.
We're at Monday night camp. We have made it 60 miles, I believe. We are about 20 miles north of Rennick, and we have landed on our next campsite. It looks pretty cool. I mean, there's a little bit of dead wood around, but that's always good for burning. Ample trees. That's Bonnie's setup. That's my setup. That's Steve's setup. Everything same as it was before. Reusability, I tell you, can't beat it. But yeah, all I can say is that getting up that bank was a task until we pulled out the special hardware. And that special hardware made the task a whole lot easier. And this man right here, it was his idea.
That was your idea.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said it was time to whip out the Z-Drag.
Oh, maybe I did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I said, nah, let's not go 3-to-1. We can do it with 2-to-1. And it certainly worked.
Absolutely.
So it saved us a lot of work. And now we're getting ready to get another fire going, get some food going, and then sing Kumbaya for the rest of the night. Get up and hit it again. We'll stop in Rennick for lunch probably. There's not a whole lot there, but we'll figure something out. But good time so far. With Monday complete, we leave behind the longest day in both miles and flat water. Only in a rare occurrence is a trip scripted through rose-colored glasses. Oftentimes, it asks a lot from you, but the effort you put in is almost always rewarded with experiences and memories that you'll look back on with a smile. So far, the crew is doing really well, keeping pace and enjoying what the Greenbrier has to offer.